I have now played some Starfield, and boy, I am very surprised. Not only is the game very good, so far at least, but I can also run the game. I have a GTX 1070, that's right, not the TI version, a GTX 1070, so I'm one step below the minimum requirements of Starfield, and I can still play the game. That's a win in my book. So far I've had something in between 30 FPS outside to 40-60 inside, so it's not really good FPS wise, but it's fine. I don't have to upgrade to a 3060 Ti or something like that. More RAM, a new CPU and a new GPU, or maybe an entire new PC. I've saved that money for now at least. We'll see though. Obviously I own the game now. I bought it from my Steam wallet funds, but my initial thoughts, putting my hardware issues to the side, the game itself is very good. As far as I've gotten, 1 hour in, the combat is improved upon from Fallout 4, for example. It's just better Fallout 4 gunplay, combat in general. You can permanently block with an axe, while in Fallout 4 you would just block and they would go 1 second and they would go back to default positioning again, and then you have to block again. But in this game it's like Oblivion. It's actually more like Oblivion with the combat, even though it's obviously improved upon Fallout 4 combat as well. But it's like they looked at Oblivion, okay, what do we have here? What can we take from Oblivion to Starfield? RPG elements wise, combat wise, gameplay wise, whatever. Bring it in here. It's kind of like that, in my opinion. That's how I'm feeling it right now, and that's a good thing. This is the best combat Bethesda's ever had. Best gameplay. Just straight up how everything just feels. Even with my poor frame rate, it feels better than any other Bethesda Game Studios game when it comes to combat and gameplay. The sci-fi space art direction they have going, that is interesting to me. It is not my favorite, but I don't hate it, obviously. I think it's good. The whole vibe of the game, it fits the whole vibe of the game, I guess you could say. And I have not had many bugs. I had one glaring one where an enemy was standing up straight after I killed him. Just stands right up as if he's alive and as if he is holding a gun even though he has nothing there. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Yes, it's not really the best. It's a minus, but it's not the worst either. Now, I do like the ship. I do not mind the fast travel to the planets. I can see why they didn't add atmospheric flight or being able to fly while on the planet, take off manually and fly into the atmosphere. I think it's also because they thought they didn't have the tools, or they didn't have the skill. So they just went with what they knew, which I think is actually good. Now, I understand the criticism that it would be nice to have the alternative. Oh, you want to fast travel? You can do that. Or you want to fly while you're on the planet and then fly into space and have like the cutscene being delayed until you get into the sky and then it kind of warps into the atmosphere and into space. Yeah, but that would have been a good thing, but I think this is the best solution. Because I don't think Bethesda has the skill actually. That's one of the reasons. I might be wrong about this though. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just think they don't have the vehicle programming skills. From what I remember in Fallout 4, in survival mode, you can join the Brotherhood of Steel and then you can fly all the way from Prydwen, the airship, to, for example, Sanctuary. But you're not the one flying, it's a pilot. You're being piloted. You're on the side with a minigun. But it's pretty cool with the vertibird, how you can fly to every location, or many locations outside, obviously. But in Starfield, you cannot do anything like that, and it's mostly fast travel, which I don't really mind, but I see the criticism there. I haven't really talked to many NPCs, but so far they look very good. Even on my low graphic settings, animations are very good. It's kind of the weird, not buggy, but is that weird Bethesda-style NPC still. You can see it in them. It's just improved, but you can still see it's a Bethesda Game Studios game with the NPCs, obviously. And there are some weird-looking NPCs as well, but it's not the worst. I don't care too much about it. I kind of run past them a lot, but the moment I've been running into them and then stopped and looked at them, there's some with weird eyes, for example, weird expressions. That looks almost synth-like. If you played Fallout 4, you know what a synth is. But yeah, that's so far my impressions. Very good so far, even on my low-end hardware. It's exciting to play a new Bethesda Game Studios game. Very good.